Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 1st to the 15th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Taurus, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness. So don't false. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Fantastic. All right. Give me just a moment. All right, Taurus. At the heart of it all, for the first half of July, is the Three of Swords. It's very interesting. Okay, so if you're born on the cusp with Aries, or if you have Aries in your chart, this comes out as this comes out in the reading. So check out that. Check out that most definitely. If you're like, oh my gosh, the Three of Swords, like I didn't think that was going to come up, but it rings so true, because the Three of Swords is heartbreak, it's pain, it's disappointment, it's anger, it's upset. But what it is it's releasing all of that, and it's changing the way that you see your world and yourself. And it's reclaiming power. It's reclaiming what it is that you want. And you're going to see that. I'm really excited for you. I know we just have one card revealed right now, but there's this energy around you of like you're taking what was once heartbreak and pain and disappointment and anger, and it was like it's never going to get better. It was very kind of like nihilistic. It's like it's never going to get better. Woe is me, and I don't mean woe is me in like the self-pitying type of way, but I mean like it's like, why is it so hard for me and not for everybody else, type of deal. And you're going to start to look at yourself and see your world so differently. Like you're setting yourself free. You're taking out the pain and you're releasing it. It's like I don't want this. And then the thing that we have I don't like the word problems, but our challenge during this time is justice. So this is Libra energy. So this is a time frame of Libra is a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. Now, it can be heartbreak over justice that was never gotten. Now, that can be something that you're dealing with right now. So let that be acknowledged if that's what you're going through. But because this is a general reading, this can be seen in many different ways. With justice coming forward, there's a difficulty with balance. You're going to be really good at extremes, okay? But a difficulty with balance does come forward during this time. So an acknowledgement of that is going to be important. An acknowledgement of being just to yourself while also trying to be just to others is also going to come forward. Either meaning that you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm being like selfish, or there's also the sense of like, well, I just have to sacrifice myself in order to be fair to everybody else. So being aware of that is also going to be important here. It moves us then to where we need to focus. And this is the Seven of Cups. So a lot of different dreams are coming forward during this time, a lot of different ideas, a lot of different choices. And you can just be feeling overwhelmed. It's almost like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be bothered with all this nonsense. But once we release the pain from our hearts, and once we release the pain that we've been having, all of a sudden it's like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And what about that? And I'm curious about this. I'm curious about that. And everything seems like it can be done. But what we have to be mindful of, Taurus, is we're going to want to do it like kind of like all at once. So here, just being aware of this. Now, also, Spirit just said, remember, Libra is ruled by Venus. We are also ruled by Venus. So with our heart coming forward and, you know, the Three of Swords, it's like heartbreak and pain, right? The first half of the year, the first half of the month is about the release of that heartbreak and pain, meaning that you're freeing yourself every single day, meaning that you are starting to see the world brighter and more harmonious and more beautiful within your existence and for yourself. And it's a release. And I'm just so excited for you. And now like the dreams start coming in again. And where we want to focus is the embrace of the dreams, embrace of our passion, embrace of what it is that we desire. And it moves us to what we're leaving behind. And this is the Page of Pentacles. It felt like we were learning, right? And it might be that we were in a training type of learning situation. And now that's done. But what we're also going to see here is that we were getting our sea legs. We were like children, you know, learning, discovering, but also with an enthusiasm. But like the thing is like it's that enthusiasm. But you know, kids, like they have these mood swings that you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And here, what you're going to see within yourself is that there were these mood swings. Like there was like everything was so intense. Now that's calming down. And that's beautiful because the heart was healing, right? The soul was healing, the self was healing and is healing. And now you're going to be looking at things and seeing where you planted these seeds, what it is that you desire, what it is that you're looking at. And you're going to be seeing yourself very differently than you have before. And you're going to be seeing the way that you want to move forward. And you're leaving behind this place of like, well, I have to learn more, I have to know more, I'm not quite ready yet. And now you're stepping into more of a power, more of an assurance, more of the sense of like, oh, but I got this. Like I see this. And it moves us then to the strength, which is the Emperor. Again, that link to Aries energy coming through, just as Spirit said in the very beginning. So here, this is Aries. The Emperor represents Aries. Time frame is March 21st to April 19th. If you're born on the cusp with Aries, if you have Aries in your chart, that is very important. Now, it's going to be that fierce nature that is your greatest strength. It's going to be that Emperor, meaning that... So some people are meant to be kings, right? Like just some people are meant to be queens. Like I forget her name of this person, where it's like the kingmaker or something like that, where she talks about the different ways people are supposed. I've heard her talk online, but like on the different roles people take on in their lives, and it's like the kingmaker. This is the kingmaker. You make kings, okay? So your energy during this time from the 1st to the 15th is that you are astoundingly powerful. Now, people might not know all the struggles that you are going through personally, which can make things really difficult because they look at you and they say, kingmaker, you know, you're the emperor, you're the powerhouse, you've got this, you're in charge, you're, you know, everything, right? And you're looking at things and you're like, why are you coming to me? Like, leave me alone. I need to focus on XYZ. I have things that I want to bring forward. I have things that I want to change, things that I want to look at. The balance here, this makes a lot more sense, is this sense, it doesn't make more sense. It brings clarity to what Spirit was already saying. The balance here is going to be your passion of what you want to be stepping into or how you want to be building things, and also what everybody needs of you. And so that's going to be that time where Spirit said, remember that we can feel a bit selfish, or we can feel like, oh, we have to give and give to everybody because everybody's looking at us. So the Emperor is power, is authority, is determination, is focus. Remember, in medieval times, it was, you know, the Emperor and the Pope, they were the powerhouses. And then you had different kings. You know, you had kings come in, but also you had high kings in Celtic tradition that is also very powerful here. So what Spirit is saying here is that there is force and authority to you. You're moving out of this way of being a child, and you're not moving into the intermediate stage of being a being a knight. You're moving into the stage of like, you're not even a king. You're the emperor. You're the powerhouse. You're the power source, and you're the one that eyes turn to. There's focus. There's determination. There's fire to you here. You might be saying, Dane, nobody turns to me. Like, this is silly. This doesn't resonate. But what Spirit is saying here is that you will be surprised at the way people think you have it together, or the people that are like envious of you even. So just be aware of that. There's also the sense of, how do I want to move forward? And you're going to see yourself taking on more of this role of, well, yes, I can. Yes, I can do this. And this very much, I'm just hearing like, I move mountains. You're a kingmaker, but you also move mountains. This is a very powerful time for you, and it can be a very, very successful time for you. What you're moving into is, yeah, of course. So you have the Emperor moving into the Hierophant. So you know how Spirit just said we have the Emperor and the Pope in medieval times. Well, the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is representative of the Pope. So that's the energy here. It also happens to be Taurus, who you are. You are represented by the Hierophant in the major arcana. So you are stepping into the very essence of yourself. I love his joy. I love his laughter, and I love his ascension. And so for the first half of July, there is also going to be an ascending of spirit, meaning that you are having a spiritual awakening. You're looking at things in a different way. You're opening up your eyes to yourself. Very strong Venus energy. So love and emotions, absolutely paramount to you. You have the Emperor here, right? Ruled, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars and the Emperor, right? Mars rules Aries, but Mars also rules Scorpio. Now, back in the day, right? So before Pluto was discovered, and now Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's a thing. So the Emperor is representative of the general, right? Of the soldiers that you see, the fighting, the force. Scorpio, I always see that more as like the spy and the secrets. So here, what you're going to see is that you are that force, you are that front line, you are that power that moves you forward and that moves people forward. So people's eyes are going to naturally turn to you because you are such a powerhouse. You also have very strong masculine energy around you. It doesn't matter how you identify, that masculine energy is going to be leading you forward, but also puts you in the sense of like, no, we got to get this done. But you have to remember, you're listening to your dreams, but you also need to listen to your heart and everything that you've been through, meaning that emotions matter. And sometimes, Taurus, we can be rather bullheaded, right? And we can just want to charge forward, plow forward, get it done, do it right, and then, don't complain and move forward from there. Aries energy and Taurus energy absolutely play into that feeling of just get it done, and you don't need to listen to your feelings. The Libra energy here is going to be the importance of balancing the feelings with the tenacity, with the determination. And you're going to see, again, you're freeing yourself from things that have held you back in the past. 3 things, okay? It can be like a divorce, a loss, and a move, or it can be, those type of things, like 3 big things. It doesn't have to be like wounds that you have had, like physical wounds, right? Type of thing. It can be 3 big heartbreaks that have happened in your life, or 3 big changes that changed the way that you saw the world, saw yourself, right? It could be getting fired. It could be, like traumatic things, right? That have us looking at ourselves differently, doubting our worth, doubting what it is that we desire, like how it is that we're moving forward. It can be that, people, we're talking about behind our backs and we thought they were our friends, and it was like, what the heck is going on here? However it manifests for you, it's 3 things that made you less confident within yourself. And now that confidence is coming back. And now you're healing these wounds, and you're going to see that this time it's very personal for you, and it's very powerful, and it moves you then to the Ace of Wands. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of fire, of tenacity, of passion, of determination. And this gift here is the advice. The advice is to move forward in your passion. Let your passion illuminate. Let the dreams come forward. Let yourself see things in a different way. And as you do so, you're like, what do I desire? What do I want? Where do I want to be? This is illumination of darkness, of the Three of Swords, of things that have held us back before. We don't yet have you taking it because we don't have you with the court card of the Wands or the Magician, which for me signifies that you take this completely and you know that you take it. You have it here, right? You're taking it internally, but you don't know it cognitively. So just be aware of that. You're taking it emotionally. That's going to be really important. Emotionally, spiritually, there are doors opening. You feel like passionate about things. There's fire moving you forward, and yet it can still feel like a little bit of a disconnect, right? I don't realize I'm taking this. And of course, Taurus, you then have the sun, which is the environment. And this is why people might not be very sympathetic if they look in, because they think you have it all. They think you have it all. It's like you could not have more if you wanted it type of thing. We could be looking at them and being like, what the heck is up with this? But here with the sun, it is radiance. It is joy. It is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. And that's what was around the Three of Swords, because you see how dark this is, right? You see the intensity, like she's screaming out. And here, there's a rejoice. And it's like after the pain comes the rejoicing. And that's what this time is for you. You're going to sit there and be like, I have been through the ringer, right? Things have been intense. They have been overwhelming. It has been a harsh time and a maybe not so positive time, right? And now we're stepping into this place where we're freeing ourselves from the past. We're freeing ourselves from doubts and fears. And there is a power to you. And because you have been through so much, there's also a wisdom to you and a compassion to you that others that just kind of like sail through life don't have. And that's really cool. You're also moving from this kind of like child energy, this energy of learning and discovering. And it doesn't matter how old you are, right? We can still be these seekers. And it's not that you're not seeking knowledge anymore. It's that you're going from this mold right now of being the seeker and looking at things and questioning things and diving deeper and not sure about this, not sure about that, to still seeking better, like the betterment of soul and self, right? But being astoundingly powerful, astoundingly assured, head held high, shoulders back type of thing, moving forward in the very power of your being and yourself. And it moves us then to the hopes and the fears. And here with the Four of Cups, we've kind of been focusing on the wrong thing. So what you're going to see during this time is that God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is going to hand you a gift. Is it going to feel like a gift? Maybe no. Maybe no. It can feel like, oh, this is now something else I have to do. Oh, now this is more that you're putting on my shoulders type of deal. And what we're going to see with the Four of Cups is that during this time, the hope is to take the gift. The fear is, can I possibly change things? And the answer here is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Because you have the Strength card come through. I mean, of course you do. Look at all the major arcana cards that are here. Two very powerful fire signs coming forward, right? We have the Sun, ruler of Leo here. We have Venus energy coming through like nobody's business. So check out your Venus in your chart, because that's going to be playing a huge role during the first half of July. Strength, that is you. That is you. You might ask people like, oh, what tarot card would describe me? And they might be like strength, and you might be like rude. You might be like rude. I don't want to always have to be strong. I don't always want to have to be the strong one. Or you might have a beef with a Leo and be like rude. I'm nothing like that. And here, there is this energy though, of like you're strong and passionate and determined and fiery and focused. And so it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And here, the spotlight, yes, an immature Leo always has to have a spotlight on them, and they can be exhausting. But an immature, like anybody, always has to have the spotlight on them in a different way. Leos can tend to be a little bit more boisterous about it. With the Strength card coming into play, there is this strength of peace, of harmony, of love, of determination, of fire, of focus. I mean, really seriously, if you look at the past, the hurts, the pains, and the disappointments, and you say, you helped to shape me to who I am. Did I like you? No. Do I ever want to experience you again? No. You are a guest that is no longer welcome in my sphere of being. But you are one powerful person because of all of that. And there's a fierceness and a tenacity and a determination and a focus that is just changing you. And it has changed you in like your very soul, your very self. And that is extraordinary. So this is a time of metamorphosis. I mean, you have been transformed. You are seeing yourself in a completely new way. You are taking on a role that you thought was like lost. And there are dreams that are coming forward. It's like, I can do this, I can do that. What about this? What about that? There are options. You do not need to carry everything for everybody else. Do be mindful about that, because that's going to be kind of your Achilles heel, because you're going to think, oh my gosh, I'm going to let them down. It's going to make me feel bad and they're making me feel guilty. No, move forward in your confidence. Be pragmatic, right, about things. Be very, very, embrace your wisdom, right? Be wise. Go slowly, but go assuredly, because this is a time of success. It is just a time of success. Like I'm so happy for you. And like, I kind of wish that this would be like the 10 of Cups or something like that, where it's like, oh, you're just taking it all in. But I like that, like, kind of like the sweetness of it all is off-put with a little bit of bitter, like a little bit of a little tart. So, and you might say, like, I don't want a little bit of tart, but it's going to make everything, as you step into it, like, this makes everything all the sweeter. It makes everything all the better, because you have been through so much. And now it really is a time of, oh, I've got this. Now, there is also a very strong masculine energy around you. Okay. This can be a father figure. This could be a father. This is somebody who is intense and powerful and determined and focused. If your father figure or your father has passed on, then this is them on the other side being like, I am right here for you. Like, I am right here with you. And there's somebody who takes after their dad, like, not in looks so much as in, oh my gosh, you got their personality. And they are so proud of that. And they are cheering you on. So just be aware. You might also have it in looks, but I see it more as like, no, that's my personality through and through. And it's like, when we open our mouths, everybody knew. Everybody knew we were related. Everybody was like, no, that's their kid. So just be aware of that during this time. There is also this really strong sense of like opening up doors that you kind of thought like, oh, that ship had sailed. Like that's just silly. It's taking on a new form, but it is a real sense of strength and prosperity. And like, I've got this. And I love that for you. The strength here, the power of you during this time is unstoppable. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, the blue jay. I love the blue jays, even though they can be a little nasty sometimes. I do love blue jays. It says, this is a time. No, the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So a blue jay is fierce. Blue jays, I just see them as warriors, right? I have a friend, and every time I say I love blue jays, she's like, I don't. And I respect that. But there's a fierceness and a power to you that maybe is not everybody's cup of tea. But my gosh, do you shine bright? Like, my gosh, does everybody take notice? So just know that notice can also invoke jealousy in some people, or be like, nah, that's not for me. And that's cool. But just know that you can have a very kind of like Marmite reaction, right? Either they love you or they don't. So just be aware. It moves us then to the chakra message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. This is visualization. Now, Taurus, that is one of your skills, and you have to be super aware of this. Whatever you see, whether you realize it or not, whatever you are focusing on, you will manifest forward. So if it's positive, you will manifest the positive. If it's negative, you will manifest the negative. But also know, if you have a Taurus in your sphere that's maybe visualizing something that's polar opposite to what you want, they can also throw a wrench in your plans. So just be aware of that. Note that your power of visualization, your third eye, is astoundingly in tuned, and you're opening up to so much more than you imagined you could be. And so just be aware. Just be aware that your visualization, whether you realize it or not, whatever your mind is going back to and kind of ruminating on, it's going to come forward. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. This is the King of Cups. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Now, this is also emotional manipulation, or this is emotional manipulation and somebody whose emotions are out of balance. And that can be affecting you in one way or another. You can feel like you have to fix it, which would be a very logical step for you to go into, especially with the power that you have. it is a king, and remember, you are a king maker, and it can feel like somebody who's like coming up against you, challenging you, but they're doing so. I just see this in like whatever the King of Cups is in the area of to be mindful of, they're doing it in very emotionally manipulative ways. This is a person that can have like a great heart, and they might have, but they might have gotten like disappointed too many times, or they just use manipulation as their tactic. They were taught it when they were little, and they found that it worked for them, and that's just what they do. But this is also somebody who made you feel like, oh yeah, I'm listening to you. Oh yeah, you can trust me. Don't worry about it. No. This is a person who's like slippery like an eel. Okay, so be aware of that. Your subconscious spirit message is the nuthatch. It says, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. Yeah. Staying grounded within yourself. Being outside is very, very good for you, Taurus. You thrive. All right. If you can't go outside, cracking the window open a little bit if the weather permits, or just visualizing yourself being outside, planting yourself in the ground, like your feet or your roots going down, that is also highly beneficial. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, and this is universal light, letting the light of the universe shine through you, grounding you, but also knowing that the universe is speaking to you in a very powerful, profound, connected way, and listening during this time. That's going to be important. Listening to the universal knowledge coming your way. All right. Oh, Taurus, with lovers being the subconscious energy to be mindful of. Now, this could be a Gemini. Time frame is May 21st to June 20th. This could be a Gemini that's highly manipulative, and Geminis can be, as anybody can be. But I also see this as lust, not love. This is lust, not love. So this is something that comes in, and this is somebody who can be very attractive, right? It can be very alluring. They might not even be attractive, but they have this way of making you feel like you're the most important person ever, okay? It's just very seductive. This is very seductive energy. It doesn't have to be romantic. This is just a seductive person who's promising you kind of like everything that you want, yet they do not deliver. So just be mindful about that. They're very two-faced, and they are also very manipulative, but very subtle manipulations that you don't even kind of realize. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that is the Ace of Cups. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of healing, beautiful love. And it's that heart that is broken subconsciously, inwardly, the universe heals during this time. And it is moving forward in this beautiful, powerful, intuitive way. This is going to be a time where we can feel a lot of emotions coming forward, right? We can be feeling a lot in the world around us. And that makes sense with everything that's going on. But there's also the sense of, I am feeling the world, but I'm centered in myself. And I'm letting love guide me. Because in craziness, we need to center ourselves in love. Because that energy helps to combat the energy of like the chaos of the world type of thing. So here with the Ace of Cups, it's healing, it's love, it's compassion that is guiding you forward. And that is opening up the door in a way that you like didn't think it would. And it can't even be that you start off the month and you're like, this is a lot. But I just feel like you're stepping out of a lot. It's like it's almost like you're stepping out of like this muddy, ickiness that was holding you back. And you're like, oh. And it can be like a few days before the first. It doesn't have to begin like right on the first. And it can be, a bit after the first. So give yourself grace, give yourself time, because you're stepping out of this energy that had you stuck, but also like lowered the energy vibration, like pulled you into the chaos. Because we want to be in the world, right? We're living in the world, but we don't need to be of the world. We don't need to be a part of all of this chaos and not niceness, to put it mildly. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of ourselves and of this time. And just know that, emotions can run high, but if you let yourself visualize what it is that you want, like goals, dreams, hopes without the darkness coming in, right? And I know it does, but like you sit there and you're like, no, I am a wonderful person. As long as you come to the world with love, compassion, kindness, walk respectfully, walk gently on this world, it's like, I'm a wonderful person. Could you be more? Sure. Could you be less? Sure. But honoring you, let that heart shine, because it is everything. It is everything. All right, let's end this reading with a meditation. Taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed first half of July and a blessed life. Bye.